Hey, Edward Beck here with Quick Sell. I wanted to shoot this short video just to talk to my entrepreneur friends that are struggling right now, and that's why I'm going to title this video, I can't do this anymore. How many of us entrepreneurs have heard that voice in the back of our head? I was just talking to one of the guys that I mentor, and you know, he's going through a little bit of a hard time through all this corona thing, and I just decided that I should share this information with the world. And so I can't do this anymore. How many of us have heard that? How many of us have heard that? And what we call that in the entrepreneur world is hitting a wall, right? Or a setback, right? And I'm pretty sure everybody out there right now has hit some type of wall through this corona thing, or had to make some serious adjustments. And what I'm telling you is that it's part of the game. If you give up every time you hit a wall, if you give up every time that voice in the back of your head says, why don't I go get a job? Why don't I go work for somebody else that will take care of me? You will never succeed in business. Or why don't I go try this new venture? You know, why don't I go sell solar? Why don't I go sell insurance? Why don't I go join this multi-level marketing company? Why don't I go become a realtor? Why don't I go and become a mortgage guy? Why don't I go and work with this new innovative business, and just give up on what I'm building here? We all hear it. I hear it, and it doesn't go away. That voice doesn't change. That voice does not change. It's the voice of doubt. It's the voice of fear. And if you cannot talk back to that voice and speak what you believe into it, and focus on your dreams and on your vision for the future, you're never going to succeed in business. If you're just bouncing around, like, how many of you have a friend that has been, since you've known them, in 15, 20 different multi-level marketing companies? How many of you, right? And they're just chasing that new thing, and then they call you with that call, say, hey, I got this new business opportunity, and I respect you as a business person, and I want to ask your opinion to see what you think. Really, and then what you're really doing is you're going to a sales pitch for a multi-level marketing company, right? And you know, they guilt you into it because they're giving you a compliment about they appreciate your opinion or whatever. So I say this to tell you guys, you know, there's a lot of fear out there today. There's a lot of anxiety. There's a lot of unsure doubt that's out there about the future. You know, where's the market? Is the market going to bounce back? Is the market not going to bounce back? Is the market going to change? And I'm not saying that that's all bad. You know, you have to be wise and you have to make decisions. You might have to cut back, you know, in some of your marketing. You might have to do this, you might have to do that. But don't let fear make your decision, okay? Because every business, you go talk to somebody that has a successful business, that has had a successful business for years, over 10 years, and ask them how many times they've had setbacks. Ask them how many times they wanted to quit. Ask them how many times their wife told them to quit. Ask them how many times their wife was like, hey, why don't you just go get a regular job, right? Ask them how many times their marriage was on the brink of divorce because of financial struggle, right? It's a real thing. You know, when you're going out there and you're going against the grind to try and make a business out of nothing, it's not going to be easy. And don't get it twisted. That new business is not going to be easy. That new fancy idea, it's not going to be easy. And if you get into any business thinking that it's going to be easy and it's going to be this overnight success, there's no such thing as an overnight success. You know, yeah, people win the lottery, but they don't keep that money. You know, there's There's a thing that I like to tell people that, you know, if you want to become wealthy, you have to become a person of significant value. You have to be able to give back, and you have to be able to give back dramatically. You get paid based on the size of the problem that you solve. And if you're not solving a big problem, or you're solving a problem that anybody can solve, you're not going to get paid that well. So if you want to get paid well, you want to have a successful business, solve a harder problem, which means you have to get better. You know, that guy that's staring at you in the mirror is your number one problem. He's the guy you got to beat up. He's the guy that's got to change. He's the guy that's got to get better and more disciplined and smarter, right? So I say all this to tell you guys, don't live in fear and don't live in doubt.